one day at a time. When you wake up, what is the first thing you think of when you look in the mirror? Another day or another day? So before you go to bed, if you write one of those gorgeous quotes that you post for everybody on Instagram for yourself and leave it on the mirror in a very concrete way, then you'll look in the mirror and you'll say, dude, you're rocking it today. Why not you? You say to everybody else. Secondly, engagement. At 1 o'clock, there's going to be 1:30, there's going to be an art workshop with Danielle. And engagement is about being in flow. Fully engaged in something. Art, reading, music, baking donuts. Even preparing for this, you've been all consumed by it. And when you're all consumed by something, completely absorbed, you're in what's called the flow. You have no room for self-consciousness. None. You're not thinking about what time it is. You're not thinking about bills to pay. You're not thinking about what your mom just said to you. You're completely absorbed. So whatever engages you fully, and unfortunately, because of technology, we tend to be less engaged in physical things. And most of our engagement needs to be physical, running, walking, any of those things. And then relationships, unfortunately, they're not all this positive. Relationships can be deteriorating for your mental health. They can also be flourishing for your mental health. Take responsibility for who you spend time with. If it's your family, I talk about all of this in class, and if it's your family, go home once a year. If you live with them, lock your door. But remember, we might be the culprit. We might be the negative one, myself included. I heard yesterday when we talked about who are the 5 people in your life that define who you become. And we all have that one person that we feel safe enough to let down with. We need to ask them before we share our day and our problems. Is this okay? You've been on the receiving end of that. And I've been on the receiving, I'm always on the receiving end of it. And I always say, Andrew, just don't tell people you're a psychologist, but I'm so proud of being a psychologist, I can't help it. I mean, you're setting yourself up. But it's my responsibility to set the boundaries, yourself too. That life is too short to be weighed down by everybody around you. And Heather talked beautifully about that yesterday too. That even the people that are in your life now might not necessarily be the people that are in your life even next week. You get to choose. That's another beauty of technology. It's called the block button. They won't even know that you didn't. That's a techie thing. Okay, so meaning. Now, meaning can be overwhelming too for some people. Consider meaning as purpose, cultivating purpose for one day. So when you wake up, when you're looking at that Post-it note, and it says you got it, David, decide who you're going to make a difference with. I love making a difference with strangers. And the beauty of making a difference with strangers is there's no expectations on the other side of it. And we are very much a Tim Hortons crowd, Starbucks, whatever it is, something as simple as buying the coffee for the person behind you. I love to smile at people that appear to be somewhat lonely at times. I don't know you, but I might throw in a wink. They might be creeped out, but I'm having a good time. Your purpose could be to be kind for one day. In places where you normally aren't. We often give away the best to strangers, as I'm talking about right now. What about that one person that you unload on all the time? Let them unload on you for a change. But on top of this, put a time limit. Growing up, my parents believed so much in our ability to handle problems. As soon as we started to complain, they walked out of the room. Because there's a difference between chronic problems and acute problems. Chronic problems are on repeat. So my mom would literally put the egg timer on, and we'd each get 10 minutes a day. And if we could fit it in, and my husband and I do it too. Because we want to talk about high-level things. We got to keep this in mind too. The reason for not talking about negativity so much is that our potential is not in the past. Our potential is in the future, but really our potential is right now.